Jerry Mallory here, SBNationPrideDetroit.com. I've decided to dress up in the elements since the Lions did just that. Going down to Lambeau Field, there was tons of snow and flurries and rain. And once again, as is the case for this year, they lose. They have a lead, they blow it. And as has been the case for Lambeau for quite some time now, a couple of decades, they can't beat the Packers on the road. Final score 20-27. What do you expect? This team is very creative at finding ways to lose the game. Nothing really sticks out as the key reason why they lost. The offense looked good for a moment, then they stalled at the end. You know, we're playing guys that were on the street. We were playing guys that were probably playing Madden 3-4 weeks ago. They're now in NFL uniforms. Calvin, the only semblance of a real wide receiver. Speaking of Calvin, he picked up 118 yards, so he's still on track to challenge Jerry Rice for the all-time receiving yard record. So that's one good thing that we can take from this game. But like I said, there isn't one dominant thing that we look at as the reason why they lost. They were the inferior team. They crumbled at the end. Coaching is what it is. What do you expect from me? At this point, I'm sick of trying to come up with reasons of why they lost. The reason is simple. They're not a good team. I don't care how close a game is. Oh, they had the lead. You take a look at the bottom teams in the NFL. You look at your Cardinals and your Jaguars. You look at your Chiefs. Those guys are saying the same thing. Oh, we only lost, 3 of those games we lost were by less than a touchdown, or this play or that play happened. At the end of the day, all that matters is wins and losses. We have 4 wins and 9 losses. At this pace, we're on track for anywhere between the 4th and the 7th pick in the NFL draft. Hey, this season, maybe it's a lost cause. It's looking that way. Hopefully we pick up a defensive playmaker because it looks like we'll be in the top 10 in the draft. Now, like I said, each week I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different, looking ahead. It's the coaching. If Jim Schwartz is not the guy, I look back to 2004 in another league, the NBA, with the Detroit Pistons. They had a good coach in Rick Carlisle, very talented team, but when someone came along that was available in Larry Brown, someone with a pedigree, someone that had experience to get them over the top, they sacrificed the young and up-and-coming coach to seize that moment, and it resulted in a championship. Can the same thing happen here for the Lions? Well, there are some guys that might be available coming this offseason that have the pedigree. Maybe they've won Super Bowl. Maybe they've been to the Super Bowl. And Jim Schwartz, maybe his time will come later, just like Rick Carlisle's did. 2 guys I'm talking about. You've got John Gruden, who's sitting on the sidelines. Supposedly he loves what he's doing at Monday Night Football. But if there is one thing that could drag him out of the commentator booth and into the NFL, is a prime-time quarterback that he can coach and lead. Remember, this guy, as good as the defense was at Tampa Bay when they won it, he's an offensive guru. And when you have an arm like Stafford, that might be the type of player that could bring him out of the booth and onto the sideline. Another guy currently coaching the team is Andy Reid from the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a great coach. For as bad as this season has been for the Eagles, it looks like the course has just run out for his tenure there. More than likely, he won't be back. He has the pedigree, winning X amount of division championships, going to the playoffs, going to the Super Bowl. He runs a similar scheme on defense, the wide 9, and he might be another coach. And he's hungry for it, just like Larry Brown was when he went over to the Pistons. So those are 2 guys to look for. But to wrap up this game in a nutshell, this is just not the year for us. We're close, but close only counts in horseshoes. And this team plays like horse manure. So there you have it. That's the only semblance I can think to make some sense out of what has been a disaster of a season. Now, before we get out of here, I got some good news. We were going to have Matt Stafford. I'm going to be doing a phone interview with him on Tuesday. We're going to ask him some questions about the team, about his new, it seems like one of his favorite targets now, Chris Durham. He threw to him way more than I would have hoped he would have done. And another thing we're going to talk about, I want to get your input on this, is a nickname. His partner in crime, Calvin Megatron Johnson, has one of the most recognizable and favorite nicknames in all of the NFL, and all the sports for that matter. It's time for Stafford to get a nickname. So I'm going to run some ideas by him. What I want you to do in the comment section below is this. Give me some ideas for a nickname you would like him to have. some of the more notable ones or the best one will be mentioned and offered to him. Look for that interview to hit on the YouTube channel either late Tuesday or early Wednesday. So that's going to do it, guys. We're 4-9. What else do you expect from me to say? I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep watching. And as always, I want to thank you for watching. I just said watching about 7 times in 30 seconds, so let me get out of here because I'm tired. This has been Jerry Mallory, thanking you once again for tuning in, and as always, brought to you by SB Nation and PrivateTrade.com.